Hi, I'm Angel.
And I'm Billy. We have baby.
Say hi. Thanks for joining us at the Natural Lifestyle Show. Today we're doing Chit Chat.
Chit 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 chat.
And we have a few questions this week. Is there anything you want to say before we start on the questions about this week or anything at all?
Been a good week.
Been a good week. That's a good thing.
That's always a good thing. Has it been a good week, Eliana?
The first question is that I'm going to ask is for Billy.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Billy, where? Huh?
We're over there.
It would be helpful to read my writing. No, okay. This is serious.
Serious?
Billy,
If it's serious, I just don't know.
were you always open to the natural alternatives?
Sure was, ever since you told me. No, seriously.
One day I said, hey, Billy, we're doing natural alternatives.
There were several things that led up to me being open to it naturally, like with anybody else.
Well, I mean, I don't think you were ever not open to it, because when I started doing more natural things, you weren't not open. I mean, you were always open to it.
Well, I like being supportive.
He's very supportive. He is. And so, I mean, and then he finds out for himself, you know, why. I mean, because if he was supportive, of course, but then if he found out a reason why he would be against it, he would tell me. But there's nothing bad about natural alternatives, so.
No, I haven't found anything bad about natural alternatives. Angel, she does a lot of research, and I'll do my own research. And, and it's just like there's things, I mean, we both agree on a whole lot of things. And, but there's things that she does that I do differently.
Like what?
Well, just like what we eat during the week. You eat differently than I do.
Yeah. Well, that's more of likes and dislikes. We follow the same principles, basically. But yeah, if he wants to do something different, I don't say too much about it, which he doesn't usually, but if he did, I learned to not just let him do what he wants to do.
See, they can be trained.
Because yeah, when we did the 80-10-10 very strictly for about 6 months.
Yeah,
I mean,
we did.
Very strictly. And it was nice enough. But there came a point, I think, that he wanted some other stuff. And if I found out or suspected or whatever that he wanted to eat something else, I would be like really kind of hurt about it. Because I'd be like, well, I thought we were doing this together and you're not supposed to do that. And
she was doing it too.
no, I mean, no, it wasn't. I mean, like
sometimes.
On the weekends we would sometimes on
day.
Saturday we would do a little bit of a cheat by getting something to eat at Whole Foods, and still it was within a really...
Yeah, that's the strange thing. It still was within the 80-10-10.
Well,
but it was something we normally didn't eat.
It was vegan stuff, but it was we probably got some cooked on Saturday.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's the whole thing.
But there was things like during the week and stuff like that, I'd be like, if I saw him eating something or something that he shouldn't, I would be like, well, we're not supposed to be doing that. But then after a while, I learned that, I'm not going to say anything to him and just let him make his own decisions.
And vice versa.
Yeah. And so once I made that decision, he still pretty much eats really good.
Pretty much.
I mean, you do. It's what I'm saying is you didn't just go hog wild or whatever.
No, I'm not going to do that.
But, I guess that it's like Ann Wigmore said in her book, and you'll hear a lot of people saying this too, and it's really true, I think, that it's what you do most of the time that really counts with, what you're doing. And, but I would not want to eat genetically modified food.
No.
And and personally I don't want to eat meat. So those two things are never going to be even something I'm going to want to cheat and do, and him either.
Nope. And the thing of it is, and I hear it all the time, why don't you eat meat? Well, I did at one point, but unlike Angel, we got, two different backgrounds. I grew up on a small farm, and where we did kill animals and stuff like that, and that started me disliking meat. And then I met Angel, but she never really liked meat. She didn't even like to cook meat. I don't even think you did. I mean, you did, but you didn't. What never much.
Yeah, I
you
did cook it, and the one time we had like a lot of hamburger helper and stuff like that. But it would make me like nauseated to be smelling it. And every time I would eat it, I would think about the animal. People will say, "Well, don't think about it." Well, that's what it is.
And the thing of it is, that's how people go through life. They turn their head the other way.
Well, they have a disassociation. Yeah, which we've talked about it before. If we totally had to live off the land and there was no way to grow anything and nothing to forage, of course, you want your family to survive. You turn to hunting or fishing until you can grow some things. I mean, but this is an extreme situation, a survival situation, and it's not what we're dealing with now. We don't have to hunt or fish to survive right now. So we don't want to eat meat. I mean, the only time we would want to is if we had to. And we're Christians, and so in the Bible, God gave permission for people to eat meat after the flood, when there was absolutely nothing to eat on the earth. So he did that as a provision for them to survive.
That's right.
And so, in context to that, I mean, I don't think it's sinful, and I don't think that, somebody's going to, be out with God if they do eat meat. But the way I view the Bible is that he gave permission at that time because of the circumstances, and I think that we're better off without it.
And we are, we've gotten a lot healthier. And
yeah, Billy and I we look totally different. We will, maybe next week I will us some pictures up so you can see us.
No, she won't.
I mean, even like 10 years ago, we were looking older and bigger and just, I mean.
What do you think?
Anyway, I'll look for those before and after pictures. And we're still not like there yet with the weight that we want to lose, but we're close.
Yep.
And so the first part of the question, were you always open to alternatives, and which you just answered, and how did you become interested in all this? And you said that too, because I told you about it.
Yeah, Angel, like I said, she does a lot of research, and I was like, I don't know, and I looked into it for myself, and I've always said I want to be supportive, and and I am.
Yeah, I'm glad he is. I really am. And I have a tendency I want to research everything. I want to know the right way to do everything and the reasons behind it. I mean, because that just doesn't make any sense to me, just to go about ignorantly doing things and not knowing why you're doing it. I want to be informed of every aspect of our life and know the who, why, what, where, how.
You don't want to get behind the wheel of 18-wheeler and just try to start driving it, huh? Without being trained how to do it.
No, I mean, I think that we should never go through life ignorant.
I agree with that 100%.
I don't know if any of y'all, how many of y'all know this, but on our website we have a coaching section. We do coaching, and I just thought I'd mention it because of the fact that I said that we like to research everything. So I mean, if you want help with living a more natural lifestyle, or moving to a vegetarian, vegan, or raw diet, or anything like that, you can check it out, and if you're interested in that, then we would be happy to talk to you about it.
That's right.
Yep. Also, I'll go and answer the one from me. Somebody asked what kind of moisturizer I use. I've always had mostly oily skin, but I do need moisturizer sometimes. Actually, I used some yesterday. And this is what I use. 100% pure castor oil on my face.
See, it's more than just, taking it with a spoon like you see in old movies.
I don't think I ever took it internally, but you said you did, right?
I think I did when I was younger.
Yeah. Which is, it's okay for that. It's also good, I've read, for like poultices, and it's good for to put on swollen lymph nodes. I'm not a doctor, but I've read it and I have tried it, and it seems to help me because I've had that issue before and I've done it. And so I just thought I'd pass that on. But when I put it on my face, I put a little bit on my hands and rub my hands together and just put it on the areas that are dry. And I mean, and it really, really, really works.
Did you ever get a genie pop out or get a spark or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And also sometimes I put it on the Flyways on the top of my hair.
Flyway?
Because that's a really natural way to keep, your hair looking smooth without flyaways, and it won't make it look oily. It just keeps them down.
Is that like the old Christian song, Flyway?
No.
Okay. I was just wondering if that where it came from.
And somebody asked where. Let me tell you what I use. Moisturizer, body moisturizer. We use coconut oil, virgin coconut oil, and unrefined shea butter. We got this big, I think it was a 10-pound block off of Amazon.
I'm still using it.
Yeah, it's in a box. It's this big block. We put it in, we break it off and put it in a tub. He does because it's kind of hard. And it just lasts and lasts and lasts, and they're just great.
Do we have about 6 months now?
Yeah, and it's probably going to last another year. They're great unrefined moisturizers that work wonderfully. And
yeah, I used the shea butter, and I'm telling you what, it's good.
yeah, it's some good stuff. And
good?
somebody wants to know where we're from. I think it is obvious that we speak with a southern accent.
Oh, I just speak.
Well, I
Never
mean,
thought about it.
to us it doesn't seem like an accent, but a lot of people have commented on the way we talk. And somebody last week put y'all and asked us a question and said y'all. And I was sitting here thinking, they probably live kind of near us. Because that's a lot of y'alls, and we say y'all too. So.
Yeah, I seen on Facebook, someone had a map. It had the United States. It had like a crescent marking on it, and it says y'all.
For the southern
for
states.
the southern states. And what was it?
You all.
You all. For northern states.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
But we are from the South. We're in the Carolinas, and I won't say which one. But we're
Okay, I'm in one of them.
we're in one of the Carolinas.
Are you there? You are.
We're Carolina folk. But I don't know that that's where we always want to be. I have a dream. I have a dream.
I didn't know.
And,
when did this start?
He does know. I have a dream of moving somewhere warm and tropical and beautiful and pure and natural.
Yeah, and I got this beach scene with a hammock and, me with some freshly squeezed lemonade with maybe some stevia in it.
And I have a tendency of thinking that my dreams are going to come true, because I am a dreamer, but I try to make them come true too, and I pray that they'll come true. And I don't see why that would not be an attainable goal for us one day, to move to someplace that we want to move to. So yeah, we're currently in the South though, and we'll probably always talk like we are no matter where we live.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I was hoping to get a little accent going on.
hopefully in the next 5 years you'll start seeing our
Hey.
videos on the beach though, because if we move to the beach, we'll always do our videos on the beach for you.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I like the beach.
Yeah. We're gonna get there. Let's see.
Aren't we going sometime?
Where we go, we vacation there every summer. I'm talking about living at a beautiful location. So every day will be like a vacation. And somebody said that we seemed happy and carefree and stuff like that. And thank you for the comment.
Thank you.
That is very sweet of you to say.
I never noticed it.
Yeah, well, I think there's a few reasons for that.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'll talk about the reasons and then
Yeah,
I'll
go
answer.
ahead.
She wanted to know what careers we have, because I guess maybe she thinks it's related to that. But the reason why we seem happy and carefree is because I think that we are at, well, for one thing, we usually get along pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the same interests and outlooks on a lot of things.
That's right.
So
I mean,
we're
we've been
very
together
blessed
for
like that.
what, 13 years?
Yeah. And
So we've learned each other.
And it's a plus too that we've been together long enough and maybe finally old enough or wise enough. I don't know, maybe it was just me, and maybe he always was, I don't know. But finally kind of figured out just to be more laid back,
And the thing of it is, it's good to have, a good Christian base in your relationship. You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
that's always a plus. You know.
Because the thing about it is she wants to know what our careers are, and I'll tell her in a minute. But ultimately, it doesn't matter what we ever do. Who I work for is God.
That's right.
And I mean, that's just the truth, you know. I think about that a lot. It's like, you know, who are you working for? What are you doing? What you're doing for? And so it always gives me joy and makes me want to work to the best of my ability. And also, you know, when I read His Word, I really am truly trying to let Him mold me into what He wants me to become. Two things that I read every day and that I would suggest anybody read is the part of the Bible that talks about walking in the Spirit,
Mm-hmm.
because it teaches what the fruits of the Spirit are and how to be. It talks about how not to become conceited and easily provoked and stuff like that. And they're all very important things.
They are.
I mean, that really changes your outlook on life when you Well, yeah, and you know, you don't have to go around making a point of it once you learn it and accept and know to just, you know, be and let other people be who they are, and you know, just love is the most important thing.
And that's the thing. And you know, a lot of times we may be in a bad mood, and or you know someone that's in a bad mood, and they say something. They're not trying to be mean or anything, but you know, everybody's different, and everybody's going to take something differently. And if you go through life the way Angel's talking about, it just makes things easier.
No, it does. You give the other person a certain amount of grace. You know, say, well, maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they
That's
didn't
right.
realize how they did it.